Hi there, welcome to our channel. We recently visited the Tulip Barn with our local friends from Amsterdam. And in this video, we are sharing everything you need to know about this stunning tulip spot, why it's local approved, and what makes it special compared to the most famous Keukenhof. Let's start with how to get there. Getting to the Tulip Barn from Amsterdam Central took us about an hour and a half by train, depending on the connection. We took a train to Haarlem, switched lines there, and continued on to Hillegom station. There are a few different routes you can take, so before you head out, we recommend checking Google Maps for the fastest connection. For tickets, we simply tapped in and out using our contactless cards, which was super easy. But if you don't have one, you can buy a ticket from the machine at the station. Once we arrived at Hillegom station, we had two great options to reach the Tulip Barn. Either you can walk for about 20 minutes or rent a bike and cycle there in just under 6 minutes. Both routes were scenic. We passed charming Dutch homes and even caught glimpses of tulip fields along the way. So we are riding to the tulip barns right now, and as you can see, there are multiple fields like this on the way, so the views are gorgeous. Would highly recommend walking down or riding a bike. We chose to do it the local way and rented bikes at the station. We used Tailfeets, a self-service bike rental located just outside the station. It costed €10 as a base fee plus €1 for every additional hour. The whole process was smooth, and there were bike racks right at the entrance of the Tulip Barn. Now let's talk about our visit to the Tulip Barn. Entry on weekdays cost €8.5 and on weekends is €10. We booked our tickets online about 2 months in advance to secure a preferred time slot, since it gets really popular during peak bloom. And honestly, our first impression left us speechless. Neither of us had ever seen so many flowers in one place, let alone so many tulips. The fields were bursting with rows upon rows of vibrant colors. If you love taking photos, this place is a dream. There were several curated photo spots set up across the field, perfect for those Instagram-worthy moments, all without stepping on the flowers. Here's a fun fact. Tulips actually aren't native to the Netherlands. They originated in Central Asia, were cultivated in the Ottoman Empire, which is modern-day Turkey, and were introduced to the Dutch in the 16th century. By the 17th century, tulips became so popular in the Netherlands that they sparked tulip mania, one of the first major economic bubbles in history. The best time to see tulips is typically from mid-April to early May, though the season usually starts around mid-March depending on the weather. If you're lucky and visit on a sunny day, the colors are even more breathtaking. But even if it's cloudy or rainy, the views are still magical. Just remember to bring an umbrella and wear comfortable shoes, as the fields can get muddy. Inside the Tulip Barn, there's more than just flowers. A cozy cafe offers coffee, cakes, and fries, and there are small shops selling souvenirs, fresh tulips, and handmade items. We picked up a beautiful candle stand for just €10. There's no time limit on your visit. We ended up spending around 3 hours just wandering, taking photos, and soaking in the atmosphere. While we haven't been to Keukenhof ourselves, our local friends strongly recommended the Tulip Barn instead. They told us that Keukenhof, while beautiful, feels more like a manicured park and can be very crowded and touristy. So if you are after a more relaxed and authentic tulip experience, the Tulip Barn is definitely worth it. And it's great knowing you are supporting a local family-run business too. Now, if you're wondering what to do after your visit, since you're already a bit outside Amsterdam, you've got options. You can head back to the city and continue exploring, or take a short train ride to a nearby town called Leiden. We went to Leiden for lunch and absolutely loved it. We ate at a beautiful little restaurant that was a converted home called Paco Chow. The food was amazing and the decor was so charming. After lunch, we followed another local tip and visited the town's only surviving 18th century windmill, called Molen de Walk. It's just a short walk from the center of Leiden and absolutely worth a visit. Entry was around €5 per person, and what made it truly special was that it's not just a windmill you look at from the outside, you can actually go inside and explore. We climbed up through the different levels of the windmill, each one showing how grain was milled back in the day. There were original wooden gears, millstones, and living quarters preserved from when the miller and his family actually lived there. And once you reach the top, you're rewarded with panoramic views over Leiden's rooftops and canals. It's such a unique perspective on the city. It's definitely not something you typically find in most tourist itineraries, but that's what made it so memorable for us. If you're already in the area for the Tulip Barn, we would highly recommend adding this to your plan. It gives you a deeper sense of Dutch history and culture beyond just the flowers. From Leiden, there are frequent direct trains back to Amsterdam, and the journey takes under 40 minutes. So it's a smooth and easy end to what felt like the perfect Dutch countryside day trip. That's it from us. We hope this guide helps you plan your own tulip adventure. Don't forget to save this video for later and let us know in the comments. Have you ever visited tulip fields? Drop your questions below. We are happy to help. Until next time.